welcome to Discovery School's virtual learning platform.
Good day and welcome to today's class. Basic 7, we will quickly be examining what we call capitalization. In your junior classes, primary 5, 4 and downwards, you discover that you were introduced to letters, both the capital letters and the smaller letters. And I think you can still remember capital letter A, small letter A, capital letter B, small letter B, and so on and so forth. Good. Now, the bigger or larger forms of letters, we call them the capital letters or the upper cases, while the smaller, we call them the smaller versions, we call them the lower cases or the small alphabets. Is that okay? And today we are not going to dwell more on the smaller alphabets. We're going to make and lay more emphasis on the usage of the senior, larger, bigger alphabets, which we call capital letters. Now, the word capitalization is simply the process of using a letter of the alphabet in its large form, called capital letters or uppercase. You already know the uppercases. You already know capital letter A. You know capital letter B. You know the other alphabets and their capitals. All we are doing under capitalization is just the application when to use a capital letter and when not to use a capital letter. So the process we are dwelling on today is simply on the usage of what? Alphabet, a particular alphabet in its large form at a time. Now, how do we make use of capital letters? Can we just be writing and we put capital letters anywhere in our writing? Can we just start a sentence and then just along the line we make any word appear in capital letter or any letter appear in capital letter? When do we use the capital letters? That will lead us to the rules of what? Of capitalization. Now, we make use of the capital letters or upper cases to begin a statement or sentence. That's the first case we use a capital letter. For example, you have a sentence like Kunle is a boy. Kunle is what? A boy. Look at that. Now that's just a sentence. The first letter of every first word in every sentence you're making must commence with what? A capital letter. Is that clear? So to begin a statement or a sentence, you use what? A capital letter. I take that again. To begin a statement or sentence, use a capital letter. We want to make a statement. Kunle is a boy. The first letter of the first word of every sentence must commence with what? A capital letter. That's just one of the times we employ the use of what? Capital letters. Now the second instance is use a capital letter to begin the next sentence after a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Now, the first statement here ended with what? A full stop. To begin another sentence after a full stop, the first letter cannot commence with a small letter. It cannot commence with any other letter other than what? A capital letter. How do you do that? After the first step, you give a little space and then you begin the next sentence also with a capital letter. For example, Kunle is a boy. He is 12 years old. In other words, we cannot begin this next sentence here with a small letter. After the full stop, the next sentence coming must begin with what? A capital letter. So when you want to start this next sentence, you cannot put something like this. He is 12 years old. Why? Because you're starting a new sentence. And because the statement is on its own, it's going to follow the first rule that to begin a sentence, you must start with what? A capital letter, especially for that first word that begins that next sentence. Is that clear? Now, not only in cases where you have a full stop, you could have a statement like this. What is your name? Now, this is a question, right? Good. Now, we have ended the sentence here. If we want to continue with the writing, and we introduce another statement, that statement is going to commence with a capital letter. In other words, we say something like this. What is your name? How long have you been in Discovery schools? How long have you been in Discovery schools? Can I end it with a question mark? With a full stop? No. Why? Because this is what? An interrogation. And how do we end an interrogation? With a question mark. Is that okay? So this is the second case. Now the third case is use a capital letter to begin what? A proper noun. Now what's a proper noun? Proper nouns, as you remember, name a particular person. Proper nouns, name what? Name a particular person, place, animal, or thing. For example, sun. Sun. The sun is quite hot today. Sun there refers to what? A particular thing. Now in your class, we have Okundige Daniel. When I mention the name Okundige Daniel, it belongs to a particular person. Now if I come to your class and say, Okundige Daniel, please stand up. Obaseki Favor will not stand up. Why? Because she's not Okundige Daniel. The name Okundige Daniel belongs to a particular person. Proper nouns help us do that. They name what? Particular persons. Is that okay? Now, they name particular persons. Now, places. Benin City is the name of a particular place. Abuja is the name of a particular place, and so on and so forth. Now, the rule is, wherever a proper noun appears, you must begin the first letter of that proper noun in capital letters. Is that okay? For example, we can have a statement like this. I traveled to Lagos. I traveled to what? To Lagos. I traveled to Lagos. Now, Lagos here, is this right? Because Lagos names what? A particular place. Now, is this my spelling of Lagos proper? The way I capitalize Lagos, look at this again. The way I capitalized, I wrote Lagos. Is this correct? We said that we use capital letters at the beginning of sentences. Now look at my spelling of Lagos. The letter here is small l, right? Is that correct? Why? Because Lagos is the name of a particular word, place. And so, to write the names of particular places, or persons, or things, what do I need to do? I need to begin it with what? A capital letter, no matter where they are appearing in the sentence. Is that okay? Very good. So, I cannot write Lagos in small l. So what do? I write it here in what? Capital L. Is that okay? Good. Rule number 4. Rule number 4 states that we use capital letters for the personal pronoun I. Now, if you remember very well when you were taught pronouns, you'll remember that the personal pronoun I is actually the first person singular, right? It's the first person word singular. Now, we have it in the subjective position. What's the objective side of it? We call it me, right? Good. Now, when you're writing I, no matter where it appears in a sentence, it's either you write it like this, without dotting it, or you write it in bars like this. No matter where it's appearing in the sentence. Whenever you want to mention the word I did this, I did that. For example, look at this. Look at this. When we got to Lagos, I was taking home. Now watch. What do you observe? My spelling of I here sits in its capital form. This is how it should sit. Now, if I come here and write my I like this, because you should dot your I's and cross your T's, and I come here and write this like this and dot it, that is very, very, very what? Wrong. Even if I cross the under, it is still very, very what? Wrong. Because this personal pronoun, we do not dot it. It must always sit in its what? Capital form. Is that okay? And then last on the board we have the use of, we use capital letters for what? For academic degrees. For example, I obtained a bachelor's what? Degree. Anytime you're writing about academic degrees or qualifications, you must begin them with what? Capital letters, wherever they are appearing. For example, you're talking about bachelors of arts. Bachelor of arts. Bachelors of what? Of arts. Can you see? Bachelor here sits in what? Capital letter. Arts here sits in what? Capital letter. Do you understand me? Is that clear? Alright, on that note, we have come to the end of today's class. Please, you will do me a favor of referring to page 172 of your English textbook and doing exercise number 1, Roman numeral 1, please. Roman numeral 1. Do that exercise for me, and in the next class we'll quickly mark that. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. Thank you. See you in the next class.
I hope you have learned a lot. You can join us via our website at www.discoveryschoolsng.com. You can visit us at our Agbo campus 11, 21, 23 and 25 Benin Technical College Road, Ugbo, Benin City, and at Upper Mission 268 Upper Mission Road, Benin City. Thank you.